If everyone you ever met was in the room you're about to walk into, who would you look for first and why?
Oh my God. Oh. God, what am I feeling? I'm like crying. First one.
The real with Khalil. This ain't no fake news, ain't no clowning around. It's the real with Khalil. Yeah, the truth is in the sound. The mission, dropping knowledge with no fiction. If you got a minute, sit down and have a listen. From the field to the screens, yeah, we keeping it raw. Real talk, real lessons, addressing every flaw. Life hits hard and it causes real pain, but out of the struggle there always comes real change. We dig deep, pulling stories from the core. Vulnerability, truth, transparency, and so much more. So tune in close, let the wisdom expand. It's not only a podcast, it's a helping hand. It's the real with Khalil.
Okay.
All right. Good?
So I just get random ones?
Yeah, I'll ask you first. What's your name and what's your hometown?
Bill Garvey, Springfield, Massachusetts.
Springfield, Mass.
Springfield, Mass.
That's where the Hall of Fame is, right?
You got it. Basketball Hall of Fame. Yep.
The first question I have for you, Bill, is what are you grateful for today?
What am I grateful for? I think for too long I didn't realize how valuable my time with my kids are.
Okay.
And you know, a lot of things happened in my life and things I took for granted, I would say, with them. And, you know, I got separated and not being with them every night, you know, really made me realize how many little things I wasn't, you know, really locked in on. So now being away from them and, you know, having to go back and kind of like re-earn their love, re-earn their trust, re-go through a lot of things. And now to have that relationship that I have with them, I cherish every minute. You know what I mean? I'm just so grateful for them, so grateful for the memories. It just, you know, my youngest turned 13 and it's like, you know, my oldest is going to be 20 and it just hits you, you know what I mean? Like how fast it goes. So just every little thing that I get to do with them, super grateful for.
That's super cool,
so,
man.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll tell you the premise behind this all.
Yep.
Truth, transparency, and vulnerability.
Okay.
Right. So I know who you are as a man. Obviously, they don't know that yet, but I just want to say thanks so much for that first answer, man. That first answer, it was,
we went deep, number one.
That was deep. Why not? Why not, right? We went deep super fast, man.
Yeah.
If everyone you ever met was in the room you're about to walk into, who would you look for first and why?
Oh my God. Oh. God, what am I feeling? I'm like crying. First one. My mom.
Your mom.
Yeah.
Your mom.
I just had such a special relationship with her, even when I was like in high school. I had such like a rough path. Like I was just a bad kid, like just fighting in high school and everything. And like, no matter how bad of decisions I made, like she was just the type of mom, she would like just come up there and like sit on the edge of the bed, you know what I mean? And just like hang out with you and just be like, you know, like, how was your day? How was this and everything? And, you know, it was like her, like, you know, I was supposed to join the military when I was 17, got arrested 2 weeks before I was supposed to leave.
No way.
And, you know, and the cops were outside the house. And I remember her coming up there and just like tears in her eyes. And she's like, do you get in a fight tonight? And I'm like, yeah, why? And she's like, there's 8 cops outside, you know what I mean? She's like, Billy, and I'm like, just starts crying. And, you know, she's been there for every single step of my life, you know, good and bad, totally judgment free, you know what I mean? And so now it's just like, we just have such a deep relationship that's like, you know, how could it not be her? You know,
What's your mom's name?
Mary.
Shout out to Mary. Shout
out, Mom. Love you.
Mary, man.
Appreciate
Shout out
you.
to Mary, man. You raised an awesome son. What's a truth about life you wish more people understood?
Oof. Truth about life. Oh, man. All right, we're going to get deep again.
Yeah.
Again, how do I start this? You have to stop being controlled by what other people think.
Okay.
I live so much of my life in performance for other people, trying to get people to like me, trying to get people to accept me, trying to get people to do different things, you know? And again, it's like, not to bring that back up, I don't even like talking about it, but it's just like, whatever. After the separation, it was just like, we were such public figures in a way that it was just like, there was so many I could just feel just like different things, and not like so much even like judgment, just like you just step into rooms and people are just like, you know, you could just feel that like energy. And so there was so many months that like you were trying to just even find yourself as like a human being after spending 20 years of your life with someone that like all of a sudden now you're alone trying to figure out life and like how people looked at you, perceived you, and all these different things. And there was just this one season where I was just like, you know what, like, honestly, bro, it was just like, it was just me and God. And it just like brought me to a place of it just brought me to peace. And all of a sudden it was just like, when I stopped caring about what other people thought, there was more freedom in that than I've ever had in my entire life. And I couldn't believe I was 41 years old when I experienced that. But it was like when it finally like set in and you begin to like live your life, like it was like it was almost like you were like alive for like the first time, because like you were not held by that like, oh my God, what does this person think? Or what does this person think? It was like, no, I'm doing this because this is my life and I'm living it for this moment. And I'm living this because it makes me happy. And you know what I mean? And I'm sorry if it doesn't make you happy, but this is my life. You know, and at the end of every night, I have to lay my head on my pillow.
That's so real.
And if it's not, you know what I mean? Like if I don't feel like I'm hurting anyone, then you know what I mean? Then like, why do I care what people think? So that would be my thing.
That's beautiful.
Don't care what other people
41,
think.
stop caring about what people think.
Literally,
You said 41, but there's people that are, you know,
it applies 91, at any age. Any age. You know what I mean? You live your whole life and it doesn't happen. You know what I mean? So
you still have those. You still have that straight jacket of, am I doing the right thing? Am I going to be accepted or loved or, you know?
How does it make people feel?
How does it make people feel, man? It's such a big one. Thank you so much for that, man. That's a big one. What's the best piece of advice you ever received?
Oh man, best piece of advice. Man, that's like, I feel like because there's so many different facets like in my life, and you know, I've had like so many different mentors and so many like different things. But
what a blessing! Right?
I feel like this one like almost just I have to go spiritual like on this one, because like I just feel like it's you know, you only get one life, you know, and when it's over, you know what I mean? Like for me, if I didn't have someone, you know, bring me to God and bring me, you know what I mean, that whole thing, like I don't know like where I would have been. So it's like the best piece of advice is like, you know what I mean, like live your life for God. You know what I mean? Like find out like what, you know, and you know what I mean, like you've seen me on stages, you've seen me on stuff, like it's just like I full-heartedly believe in like my heart of hearts, like the deepest part of my soul. It's like I was created by God for God, and there are dreams and visions and, you know, and gifts that he put inside of me that like only he could, and I'm here to find out what those are and then help other people unlock that and like in themselves. So it's just like my best piece of advice would be just like, you know, live your life for God, and you know, finding out like what he has for you, because it's like if you didn't, to me, I don't think anything else would be more purposeful. So that would be, you know,
that's beautiful advice.
That's I love that.
I love that. What is your definition of love?
Again, there's so many. It's like there's so many different areas and so many different things that affects. But you know, there's this song. There's this girl, you know, Misty Edwards, and she sings this song. It's like almost every time I hear it, like it like hits me like so hard. But she says, you know, what does love look like? You know, and she said, and there he is, like, you know, hanging on a cross.
Got it.
And when every time like I heard it in the beginning, it was just like I would just begin to just like weep and weep, you know what I mean? Because to me, it's like that is love at like the highest definition. You know what I mean? Like he literally gave his life, you know what I mean? Like for us, like not just me, but like for like all of us. And so when I see like just that sacrifice, I mean, it's just like how as us as humans can like we even, you know, emulate that to like other people that, you know, like we care about and love, you know what I mean? So it's like just being selfless, just doing things for people, just, you know, going above and beyond, like just pouring, you know, things out, you know, for people like you care about and stuff like that. Like just living your life and just, you know, selflessness and stuff like that. Like to me, like that's love, because it's like what better example than that?
Example.
So, you know,
what would you say self-love is?
Self-love? Self-love is super important. You know, it really is, because it's like it's like that stupid like cliche. It's like, well, how do you love other people if you don't love yourself?
For sure.
But there's definitely like, there's so much truth in that, because it's like, how do you it's from that place. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like a cocky or it's not like an arrogance, but it's like you should love yourself because when you do, it's like you begin to like break down like your own insecurities and those things. Like self-love is like just allowing yourself to, you know, be yourself, but like just, you know, embrace like who you are, you know? And I think it kind of goes in with that other question was just like, you know what I mean? Like not caring what other people think, because it's like, that is going to help you get to self-love, you know? So it's a lot of things, you know, but it's just, you know.
It's a beautiful answer, man. What's something your soul is calling you to do before you leave the planet?
Oh God, man. I feel like I am most alive at, like, when I am speaking in other people and getting them to awaken to like their gifts and their callings. Like it is like, that is like something like, I know that every time I'm in that position that just people just see it for themselves, and it's almost like this just like wave of hope, like kind of like comes inside of them, and you know what I mean, and like they just get like filled with like this just crazy like, oh my God, yes I can do that business, yes I can you know go after this, yes I can. So it's like, what like do I want to do? Like I just want like whatever that looks like is just like to just 10x that, you know what I mean? To just go and just have more people, you know what I mean? Just get that feeling and, you know, of just believing in themselves.
I've
you know?
seen you speak life into many people, man.
Dude, it's everything to me. You know what I mean? It's like when I get going, it's like it's not even me. You know what I mean? Like it's just like someone like speaking.
It's like you're pouring from a faucet. It's one of the coolest things. I know
the thing in LA, you were there at that one. Yes.
Bro,
So
it's I got goosebumps just now thinking about it.
That was a moment, you know what I mean? And that moment, like, how do you do that more? You know, because it's such an out of body thing.
It is, man. It's beautiful.
It's just like, what more could you ask for?
It's beautiful.
You know,
it is beautiful. I think it's such a gift to tap into, and I think you have to have a awareness of self to let go, to be in that, like a surrender.
100%.
You know, I would call surrender. I always call it surrender. So before I let you go, man, I want to say thanks, but it is steeped in truth, transparency, and vulnerability. But the other one is that there's so much divisiveness in the world. Black versus white, Democrat versus Republican, women versus men. It's like, but we're so similar, right? And so a lot of these questions are steeped in the fact that we are so similar as people.
100%,
at the core, right? So before you go, I would love to ask you, what are 2 books that you believe that someone could read and improve their life?
I just read, and it's so crazy because I just read this one, but like Let Them by Mel Robbins.
I'm doing it
right now. Crazy.
Right now.
What chapter are you in?
I'm in. She's talking about her friends moved to her town.
Yes.
And how they became friends with the other people and not her.
So that's more in the beginning, right?
I think it's
kind of like the first third.
I think so.
The more that book goes on, especially in like the last chapters, it just talks about like dealing with like relationships as adults.
Got it.
Just like stuff like this stuff should be taught in high school. You know what I mean? Because it's like, it's just so, it's like fundamental stuff, but it's stuff that it's just like, it's just so important that it's just like, you get so caught up in like other people's decisions that they make and how upset you get and how much you let them like affect you and all these things. It's like, no, just let them. Like, just let them live their life. Just let them live their thing. I mean, and like, totally different question. I know it's not even like a question, but I think it's like, it's kind of crazy because like, you know, like you grow up and like, you know, you're 15 years old, you know what I mean? Like you look at your parents, your grandparents, you think like they have it all figured out. They're adults, like they're mature. And then like the older you get, you know what I mean? Like I said, I'm like 41 now. Like you realize like 41-year-olds like don't have it figured out. Like they still get easily offended. Like your grandmother who's 91 still gets easily offended at like dumb stuff. And you're just like, but it's like when you read like Let Them, like it's just like, cool. You know what I mean? Like if you respond that way, like go ahead. You know what I mean? Like I can't control you. I can't do anything. Like you do what you want to do. You know what I mean? And do it.
It's one of the best books, bro.
I really think it is. 100%.
I have a tattoo right here. They can't see it, obviously. It says response able. Because I'm able to respond to anything as I choose, right? So it has that kind of let them theory ingrained in us. But I got another hand that might say let them
you know what I mean? I've seen a lot of people get that tattoo, and I'm like, it is definitely a solid reminder.
It's a solid one, bro.
So
it's funny, guys. I'm on that book right now. I actually am at the chapter where it's about adult friendship. That's the one I'm on.
Adult friendship. So then it goes into adult relationships later.
Got it.
That one's like all my friends that are dating. Like it just, I could go on and on, but it just like talks about like, you know what I mean? Like you date people, not even so much to find out about them, but to find out about yourself, you know what I mean? And like, and what you like and like what you know, don't like and all those things. And like, and that, and so it gets deep. It's like really, really good. So, second book, just because like who I am in leadership and everything, like 21 Irrefutable Laws, by John Maxwell.
Irrefutable Laws of Leadership?
Of Leadership by John Maxwell. Just one of the first books I read, I mean, when I got started like in this business and stuff. And it was just so good for me fundamentally in the beginning, that I hang on that one. I mean, just so many different things, and I go back to it quite a bit.
I love that, man. I love that. Bill, it's been an absolute pleasure, man. I appreciate you hopping on the podcast.
Yeah, man, I got you.
Thanks for being a friend all these years as well. It's probably one of the biggest things, you know, meeting you, and you know, years ago in Boston. And
watching you get carried up in a chair. Man, I'll never forget. It's like a core memory for me. Carried up in a chair. Yeah.
I always wanted a bar mitzvah. You know what I'm saying to you? I always wanted a bar mitzvah, and they were like, "We're gonna carry him up in a chair."
Bro, I was new in the business. I was like, "Bro, this guy's getting carried on a chair. He's getting the treatment."
It was one of the
and you know what?
coolest things.
I've been in the business for 13 years, and I've still never seen that again.
Hey,
so you're like the one and only. So.
Thanks for being a part of it. Also, thanks for just being who you are, man. As a strong man who's made success of yourself. To hear you be so raw and beautiful and in your vulnerability is a real testament to who you really are, your true strength.
Appreciate it. I
also say thanks for being a yes today, being a yes, and also being a yes personally, because there's trepidation, there's fear, asking someone to do this is new for me.
Yeah.
And so every yes kind of builds that power, but and I'm deciding that each no doesn't mean it's about me.
Yeah.
And let them just help. So
game on,
brother. I appreciate you.
I got you, man.
I love you, bro. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Thanks for being on.
Yeah, man.
Thank you, bro.
All right.
Pretty simple, right?
Yeah.
But it allows you to be you.
Scary for some people.
It's gotta be.
Real talk.